This upcoming project gives you the opportunity to be a culinary artist. Culinary artists use food as their canvas, and we will be expressing our creativity with cupcakes. In this video, we will bake our cupcakes and make some homemade fondant from marshmallows. In the next video, I will show you some decorating tips and tricks. I can't wait to see what you all make. I decided to buy some chocolate and funfetti cupcake mix. You can use whatever flavor or brand you prefer. Whatever you use, it's very important that you follow the directions. I need 2/3 cup water, 1/3 cup oil, and 2 large eggs. I set out my ingredients before filming. I will also read the first step to see at what temperature I need to set my oven. This recipe calls for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Always make sure to work with a parent when you are using your oven. I have my ingredients, a bowl, and a mixer. I'm ready to start. Things are really simple from here. I'll dump my mix, and then I'll add my oil and water. I use vegetable oil, but canola is just fine too. I never crack my eggs over my mixture. Rather, I make sure to prepare my eggs in a separate bowl. That way, if I accidentally include an eggshell, I can easily spot it and remove it. From here, I will mix on a medium speed for about 2 minutes. I can't mix too long, or I'll end up with a tough and chewy cupcake. With my batter prepared, it's now time to pour. If you don't have paper baking cups like I do, that's okay. You could always use shortening, butter, or non-stick cooking spray to coat your muffin tins so your batter doesn't stick. To distribute my batter, I could use a few different options. I could simply scoop with a spoon, and some bowls like mine here even have a lip for pouring. However, I always use an ice cream scoop. The ice cream scoop helps me measure a consistent amount of batter for each cupcake. The attached spring also helps me cleanly dump the batter into each muffin tin. I need to fill each cup about 3/4 full. Now that the cupcakes are ready, I can put them in my preheated oven. This recipe called for the cupcakes to bake about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. While those bake, I can prepare my chocolate cupcakes. When I check the recipe, I can see that my ingredients are a bit different this time. For this recipe, I need 1 cup water, 3 large eggs, and 1/3 a cup vegetable oil. When cracking eggs, I always like to keep an extra bowl on hand. That way, I have somewhere to put my eggshells when I'm finished. Then I can easily throw them away all at once. I will bake these at 325 degrees for about 20 minutes, as specified in the recipe. It is extremely important that my cupcakes are completely cooled before I ice. This keeps my icing from melting. Icing warm cupcakes is the #1 mistake I see beginner bakers make. While my cupcakes cool, I will make some homemade marshmallow fondant, which is a lot tastier than the store-bought kind. It's easy to make, too. I begin by microwaving a bag of marshmallows in increments of 30 seconds. Once my marshmallows have melted, I'll add approximately 1/4 a cup of water and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for extra flavoring. You could also skip that step or experiment with other flavor extracts you have at home, from almond to coconut to cinnamon. Once those ingredients are thoroughly blended, I can begin slowly adding confectioner's sugar to my marshmallow mixture. I am adding approximately 1 cup of confectioner sugar at a time. I stir thoroughly and remember to scrape the sides of my bowl so everything gets mixed evenly. After I've thickened my marshmallow mixture with confectioner sugar, I can dump it on a clean surface. I will then begin kneading in the rest of my confectioner sugar. If I kept my mixture in my bowl, it would become too stiff to stir with my spatula. My fondant mixture was really sticky, so I let it sit out for about 20 minutes, which helped a lot. I then returned to finish kneading it, incorporating enough confectioner sugar so that the mixture was no longer sticky. When your fondant's finished, it should feel kind of like clay. After all, we'll be using it to sculpt various forms for our cupcakes. I like to think of fondant as clay you can eat. I've patted my fondant into a smooth ball and then covered it with cling wrap. Cling wrap keeps the air from hardening my fondant. Since cold fondant is much easier to mold, I'll stick it in the fridge for about 3 hours. And we are done. In our next video, we will explore some basic decorating tips and tricks. I can't wait to see what you all make. Talk to you soon!